All right, what's poppin', everybody? Today I have a bit of a different video for you all. I want to go over the new Quality of Life Initiative 2025 Phase 1, just recently posted by Behavior, where basically they're bringing a bunch of changes the community has been asking and begging for so long. And I'm pretty sure this is in preparation for the new Five Nights at Freddy's collaboration coming this summer. But yeah, so let's just go over it. Now, as you can see by this little preview here, we've got some really big changes coming to DBD, and a lot of these are just overdue. These are things people have been begging for so long, and it seems like Behavior is finally opening up their ears and listening for the first time ever. So anti-slugging / surrender option, massive. Gamma settings for brightness, massive. Keyboard and mouse on consoles, that's huge. Prestige rewards, anti-tunneling, anti-camping, MMR update, hiding and body blocking prevention, go next prevention. I mean, this is insane. This is really good stuff. I really like what I see just in the preview, and it looks like it's coming out in phases, so like phase 1, phase 2, and it says there are actually more stuff coming, including bug fixes for long-standing issues as well. So yeah, this would definitely improve the health of the game long term. And even if we have to miss out on a few new killers or new survivors or just new content in general, this is massive. And I think it may be like a short-term hit, but long-term, this is the type of thing that keeps the game alive. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, DBD has been totally unbearable for me recently. I don't even play this game on my own free time anymore unless I am streaming or specifically recording some sort of video. I don't even play this game anymore. I never touch it. Yeah, no, I'm not having the same fun with this game as I used to. There's just so many, like the amount of it's just the little things that add up throughout any given match. It's just unbearable, unbearably unfun. So yeah, this really makes me happy. It just feels like this is just a gift from the universe, because I let me tell you, this is why my upload schedule has been so inconsistent recently. I cannot play this game. I can't make something I find genuinely unfun entertaining if I'm not having fun doing it, you know? So, this is massive, and I would love for them to actually be able to pull these changes off well. Look, they can put anything on paper, they can type anything out and get everybody jumping with joy, but if they can't actually pull it off, then this is all worth nothing. All right, they can put anything on paper, but Behavior has a long track record of not coming through on the things they say they're going to do, not pulling things off well. So we'll see how this is all executed, but in terms of what I'm seeing, it does make me hopeful, but we'll see. So let's scroll down and read a little bit, shall we? So it says, to accommodate for the scope of this initiative, we have decided to delay several of our upcoming releases, including chapters, rifts, events, modifiers, and collections. That means there will not be a PTB tomorrow, but rest assured that we did not make this decision lightly. Interesting. Very interesting. So that will surely tank the player base a little bit. Like it definitely will cause a dip in the player base, but I think long term, this is the best option, clearly. I mean, it's a real shame that we can't also get new things while they fix the game. But if I have to pick one or the other, I would pick this any day of the week. Okay, so we feel confident that delaying our upcoming releases to prioritize this quality of life initiative will ultimately make Dead by Daylight stronger than ever. We're always listening to our players. Okay, and this has been a long time coming. Yeah, for sure. So if you're always listening to your players, then how could this possibly be a long time coming? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Anyways, looking for a more comprehensive breakdown of everything lined up in phase 1, we've got you covered. So the surrender state. Now, this is something people have been asking for a very long time. So I'm very curious to see how exactly Behavior intends on pulling this off. So the surrender state. The team has been working on a surrender feature, which would limit player frustration on both sides. To get it right, we first needed to identify the situations where its use would be most appropriate, leading us to 2 scenarios. Scenario number 1, all remaining survivors have been slugged. Scenario number 2, all remaining survivors are bots. Okay. Once these instances occur, players will be able to use the surrender option, ending the trial or retaining the blood points they've earned and escaping the disconnect penalty. Very interesting. So for the killer side, this certainly is a hyper-specific scenario. I mean, all remaining survivors are bots. Whenever does that happen? I mean, that is such a rare occurrence compared to all remaining survivors being slugged. I mean, that happens all the time, right? So I think we definitely will be seeing a lot more survivors utilizing the surrender feature than killers, for sure, because this just never happens. I mean, I think a more interesting surrender feature for killers would be, I mean, like if the generators have reached a certain point and the killer still has like a certain very low amount of blood points, because it would indicate that the killer is being absolutely blown out of the water and likely just being bullied or something. I think that would be I don't know. I feel like that would resonate with the killer player base a bit more, because there are some, just like there are some matches for Survivor where the match is just doomed and you have no shot at winning. Like if everybody's being slugged and nobody has like a boon up or a, like Unbreakable or something. Same applies to killers. I mean, there are certain times where you're just playing a certain killer on a certain map against certain survivors with certain builds. And you're just like, all right. And then they can stall, they can stick around to bully you, they can teabag, da-ra. I mean, a surrender option would be useful in that scenario, right? Other than just all the survivors being bots, because let's be honest, that literally never happens. I mean, how many killers have ever even run into a lobby like that? I think out of all my hours playing this game, I think that has happened to me once or twice. So yeah, and even just like 3 survivors being bots, like why not that? I mean, I don't know. This is the safer route, you know what I mean? Like, and I would prefer that, I would prefer a more moderate approach than an extreme approach, because, when it comes to these types of changes, I say we kind of ease into it. We ease into it first and just see how it's being received and then just play it from there. You know what I mean? So overall, I don't mind this at all. This is good. So for all the people that have been asking for some sort of surrender feature, it looks like you're getting it, and that's great news for you. Okay, so next, gamma adjustments. Now, we desperately need this. Okay, so this isn't really an issue for me because I can just change the settings on my PC. I can like boost the filters and make my game brighter and more vibrant. But a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. They don't want to like download like things on their computer, or they play on console and they don't even have access to these features. So this is good. Okay, so it says Dead by Daylight can get a little dark, not just thematically, and sometimes excessive darkness can hinder playability. We're introducing the ability to adjust the gamma settings on all platforms, allowing you to find a sweet spot without sacrificing the intended artistic direction. Overall, I think this is a great change. I mean, it's kind of unfair that so many people already have access to these features and then there's a lot of people that just don't. So this will kind of even the playing field, so at least people can actually see what they're doing when they're going against certain killers and stuff. So it's, yeah, I do like this. A lot of people have been asking for this. I get people asking me all the time in my comment sections, how do I get my game so bright? So, well, it looks like you don't even need to ask anymore. You will just be able to do it in the game. So that's huge. That is, that's really good. And I already know there's going to be tons of people saying, oh, this is going to make it so DBD isn't a horror game anymore. Oh God, the horror is leaving DBD. Just stop. Dead by Daylight is not a horror game anymore, alright? Just let it go. Let it go. Stop clinging on to that, okay? It's gone. It's gone. What are we even talking about? I mean, Dead by Daylight has not been a horror game in so long. This game is not scary. And if you want it to still feel like a horror game, guess what? It's a setting. You can change it if you want. You can keep it exactly where it's at. Shit, I'm sure you can even make it darker if you wish. But yeah, I mean, look, bro, we got Nicolas Cage locker stunning Pyramid Head and then dropping a firecracker in front of his face and blinding it. DBD doesn't even take itself seriously anymore. This game is like feels more like a party game than anything, especially not horror, right? I mean, it has scary moments, but yeah, nah. We gotta stop. We gotta let the horror thing go. I think that's a bit outdated. I don't know. But anyways, yep, I think that's huge. And yeah, it's cool. Okay, go next, prevention. Interesting. All right, let's get into this one. Whew. The go next expression refers to instances where a survivor deliberately does everything in their power to quickly go to their next game, including walking up to the killer and standing still, running up to a hook and repeatedly pointing at it, or most commonly, intentionally failing skill checks while on hook. To de-incentivize and properly penalize this behavior, we'll be implementing measures that will help us identify when a player is attempting to go next. Once identified, they'll receive a disconnection penalty point and lose an entire grade. We'll be keeping a close eye on the system to ensure its accuracy, but we're confident that this will help alleviate the issue. On the other hand, we'd like to reward players who stick it out through those challenging matches, even when things take a dire turn. We'll be moving forward with a new emblem-based multiplier that grants additional blood points during your following match, with the bonus stacking over consecutive trials. Holy shit, wait, that's actually huge. I like that. No, that's cool. I like that a lot. That's a really good feature. But I'm reading the word system here. So it's going to be a system of sorts. Ooh, behavior in their systems. Oh, yeah. I really hope they ease their way into this one, because this can definitely be very problematic if done poorly. Okay. I mean, look, on paper, this looks great. Okay, on paper, it's like, yeah, no, this is perfect. But in practice, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm just going to be honest. I don't really trust behavior with things like this. You know what I mean? Like some sort of like AI, I guess, or some sort of system they have in the game to like track certain things to try to like determine what's actually going on. I don't know. I mean, hell, they may shock us all, and it may be a flawless system that is incredibly accurate at identifying like these certain things, but we'll just have to see. We'll have to see when it comes out. I mean, on paper, this looks great, and I have nothing to complain about. And I think this right here, this is massive, and I've been asking for something like this for quite a while. So I think this is huge. I like this a lot. But yeah, we'll just see how. We'll just have to see how the system plays out, I guess. But yeah, it could be a shit show or it could be flawless. But as long as they ease their way into it and just play their cards safely and play it right, I do think that this is a general massive positive for the game. I think this is good. This is another thumbs up by me. So holy shit. We've got some good things so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I really do. Extreme hiding and body blocking prevention. So, extreme hiding refers to survivors drawing out an unwinnable match by ignoring their objective and waiting out the clock. Holy shit. Oh my god, I hate it when they do that. To combat this, we're changing the way AFK crows operate so they can more accurately identify when a player is deliberately avoiding engagement with their gameplay objective. Once a player receives crows, their location will be immediately revealed to the killer. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling that one. So instead of like having to build up all the crows, just as soon as they get a singular crow, they're immediately revealed. Okay, no, I like that. That's good. That's good. I like that behavior. That's really good. Okay, and then we'll also be incorporating a feature that allows players to lose collision after receiving a third AFK crow, which should prevent instances of body blocking related griefing. Okay, so sometimes there's this thing survivors like to do with other survivors where, like, if you get caught in a corner or some little space on a map, another survivor will roll in and just stand there and then you can't move. This has been in the game for so goddamn long. People have been bitching about this for so goddamn long. And for some reason, it has taken how many freaking years for them to finally fix this? That's insane. But hey, at least it's getting fixed. So that's huge. It's kind of a, it's very specific type of scenario, but when it does happen, it can completely ruin your experience. And I do believe that people that do this actually do get banned for doing it. So if it does happen, go ahead and report that person and they'll likely actually get banned, especially if you have proof that they did it, because that is griefing. But anyways, yeah, no, this is good. I like this a lot. Once again, it's not like too extreme or anything. This is just like a solid, moderate change that just makes the gameplay experience better overall. I don't see like anyone that would complain about this. Yeah, nah, this is cool. This is real cool. Map offerings. Whew. Oh, we got a big one here, boys. Oh, we got a big one here. We recognize that map offerings are a bit divisive. Some players enjoy them, while others feel that they grant an unfair advantage. No, I believe they objectively do it. This isn't a matter of I feel it does this. No, it does do that, okay? The fact that they automatically bypass both the map and realm repetition system can also add to that frustration. Moving forward, map offerings will no longer guarantee the appearance of a given map, but rather increase its chances by 20%. Note that they will not stack. We're also looking to make it so map offerings, as well as several other types of offerings, will remain a secret during load-in. That way, your decision to remain in the match will not be swayed by external factors. So this is a good change. I wish they would just get rid of them overall, but this is cool. I like this a lot, and the fact that they can't stack is also massive. So it's just it's very likely that a lot of people will just stop bringing them because there will be other things they would rather bring, because it's likely just not really worth bringing. Especially the fact that there are still sacrificial wards in the game and they're so cheap and they can still be brought commonly. I really doubt that anyone's going to be bringing map offerings anymore. I think they'll likely just bring like, I don't know, like oaks or blood point things and stuff like that. But yeah, no, this is cool. I guess what I'm really thinking about is map offerings themselves wouldn't even be as big of an issue as they are if like the maps were just designed better. I mean, like there are some maps in this game that are just fucking unbearable, right? I mean, why not just like fix the maps? You know what I mean? Like this does feel like a little bit of a band-aid on like top of the like actual issue. Like you are addressing the symptoms, but not the cause type situation. But I guess behavior wants to have some maps that just favor each side, like objectively, right? And if you're gonna sit here and try to tell me that there are not maps that just objectively favor killer or objectively favor survivor, you are a liar, or you just do not understand the game. Yeah, no. There totally are maps on each side that do so. So of course, being able, one side being able to guarantee themselves that particular map was a problem, right? And it 100% did grant unfair advantages. And it did many other things as well. And I made a video about it recently. The other things that it enables, specifically survivors to be able to do. So I like this. This is cool. I just wish we would, address some of the map designs. Just let's see, is there anything here? I'm not seeing anything here about maps aside from spawn rules and map offering balancing, which doesn't like actually relate to the maps themselves, and then map and key balancing, and I believe that's just referring to the map and key items. Oh yeah, item balancing. Yeah, so yeah, nothing here about like addressing map design, which I feel is one of the lowest points of DBD. Like, oh my god, the map design for this game is just horrendous. Some of these maps feel like they weren't even made for DBD. Like it feels like they've been extracted from other games, and then they just like slapped like pallets around like here and there, and that's it. They just put it into the game. I mean, some of these maps are just designed so goddamn poorly and unfairly for each side. I mean, it's a shame that they don't seem to be addressing that here anywhere. But I believe they will. I mean, they've been reworking some maps, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't think their reworks are great. I'm gonna be totally honest. You know, when they rework certain maps, it's like I can't tell, bro. Yeah, nah. Their reworks really are not fantastic. I think they need to like rework some of their reworks. Anyways, though, spawn rules. Survivor spawn placements can have a significant impact on a trial's outcome, an observation that has been repeatedly recognized by our community. It's become clear that survivors spawning separately and thereby covering more ground allows them to gain a notable advantage in completing their objective. We're changing the default survivor spawn rules to ensure that each survivor will spawn within 12 meters of another, on the same floor if applicable. To accommodate for this change, shroud offerings will be adjusted accordingly. Honestly, this is a really good change. I like this one a lot. And for all my M1 killers out there, you already know that, yeah, depending on where they spawn, it definitely can grant a massive advantage to the other team. So yeah, no, this is good. This is good. They're kind of on a roll here. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of on a roll. And none of these are massive game-changing changes or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's like the small things that just kind of make the game feel better, you know, and just make the game more healthy. This one here is definitely a thumbs up from me. Improved AFK bot detection. Players that use AFK bots can be frustrating to have in your trial, and we're working on improvements to our detection systems so that we can quickly identify and penalize them accordingly. Okay, that's interesting. It's cool that like they're catching up on little things that like I wouldn't even think about. Like I wouldn't even like, this issue wasn't even on my radar, but I like that they're on top of it. I mean, that's cool. That's a good sign. It shows that they, you know, they may actually be listening to the player base finally. Bulk blood point spending. Holy shit. How, like, why did it take this long, bro? Why did this take so long? Bulk blood point spending to speed up general blood web activity. We're adding a button that will allow you to spend blood points in bulk. Holy shit. Finally, like, god damn, we waited how long for this? This is crazy, bro. I mean, it's great that we're getting it, but it is embarrassing how long it took. I'm not gonna lie. It's embarrassing that it took this freaking long to get something like this. Just like the search bar with perks. It's just embarrassing that it's taken this long to just get some of these small changes. I mean, these aren't even big. This can be added tomorrow. I mean, why should we even have to wait as long as we have to wait for something like this? This can be added tonight. I mean, it's just, okay. I should be grateful that it's coming, but, you know, I gotta laugh a little bit at how long it took. I really do. Quest system. Let me find out we're getting quests and shit in DBD. What the fuck is this? Previously announced last year, the quest system is a part of a larger update to the archives and rifts. So expect more information in an article specifically dedicated to that. For now, know that we will be reworking the challenges system as well as daily rituals to reduce the grind, make it easier to earn rewards, and increase the overall level of fun. This is good. We need things like this, just like different things, you know, just like a new look for the game, a new look, like just a little fun thing to engage in. So the quest system sounds cool. I mean, yeah, a larger update to the archives and rifts. I'm down for that. Yeah, no, update all that shit. I want updates everywhere. I want all the updates. I want all the new shit. I want all the quest systems and the levels of fun increasing. Yeah, no, bring it all. I like all that. Okay, so that's cool, and not like any big game changing thing that's gonna, you know, like affect your like daily DBD play. It's just like a change they're bringing that's something new. If you want to do it, you can do it. If not, I'm sure you can opt out of it. Perk loadouts and preview. After a successful round of A/B testing, we'll be allowing players to see their own perk loadouts while in a lobby, as well as adding additional perk loadout slots. Okay, additional perk loadout slots. That's cool. I caught on to that, but wait. We'll be allowing players to see their own perk loadouts while in a lobby? Wait, do you mean like... wait, huh? Players can see their own perk loadouts. Like, you mean the team? Everyone on the team can see each other's perk loadouts? Like their builds? Like, DBD Mobile has that, right? A lot of people want that. Or do you mean you could just see your own perk loadout? Because, like, can't you just click the shit? You can just, like, click the button and just see. I mean, do you not know what you brought? I mean, okay, maybe this is just a weird way to put it. They do kind of do this from time to time. Like, they'll word things in a weird way in these little, like, things they put out. And it's kind of hard to know what exactly they mean. So maybe this is just a case of that. I don't actually know specifically what they mean here. So I'm not gonna play the guessing game. They can clarify if they wish. But as far as I know, I would just imagine it would be your own perk loadout because it says your own. But I don't know, we'll be allowing players to see their own. Yeah, your own, not your team's. Because when they just put team, I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's good. I mean, like, I don't see why this would be bad. From what I'm reading, I mean, oh god, no, more perk loadout slots. Oh god, oh shit, somebody help, survivors have more perk loadout slots. Oh god, everything's on fire. Like, nah. So this is cool. This is fun. We believe these changes will be an overall benefit to Dead by Daylight's health, further establishing a positive gaming environment for all of our players. We'd also like to thank you for your patience and understanding during this time. We'll be back at our anniversary broadcast, blah blah blah. Okay, anyways. Overall, a lot of this is good stuff, and this isn't even it. This is not even it. I mean, shit, we still got like the phase 2 shit. Anti-slugging, continued improvements, anti-tunneling, anti-camping, MMR update, thank God. I mean, map and key, item balancing, keyboard and mouse on consoles. Holy shit, that's huge. That's crazy. Custom game improvements, accessibility improvements, prestige rewards. Like, yo, no, nah, a lot of this shit is crazy. So yeah, we haven't even read that yet. They haven't released that part yet, but overall, I like a lot of this shit. Now, this is obviously in preparation for FNAF, the FNAF collab. You know, they want to get the game right before they release arguably one of the biggest chapters they've ever put out. But I'm not going to lie, I am not too hopeful or like too optimistic or anything when it comes to this collab, because a lot of the recent additions to the killer roster have kind of just been whack. Like, is it just me? I feel like a lot of them have just kind of been like lame and whack and kind of like underwhelming, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them are also quite poorly designed, and it leads them to need to be changed time and time again, and then oftentimes they'll just end up getting nerfed into the ground. I mean, look at Chucky, massive killer, massive collaboration a lot of people wanted, and he was so poorly designed that they had to change him again and again and again and again until they just nerfed him into the ground, and now he feels basically unplayable. I mean, there's still some things you can pull off with Chucky, but he doesn't feel the same way as he felt when he released, and he was in a good spot, but like, he was poorly designed. I mean, he did put survivors in a lot of scenarios in which there just kind of was no counterplay. Look at Skull Merchant, look at Knight. I mean, Knight feels so clunky and weird still, and his AI is still buggy as shit. Skull Merchant is just a complete joke. I mean, unknown, the projectile physics for the UVX it's just so inconsistent. Sometimes it needs to bounce like one and then again and explodes on that second one, but there are certain surfaces in which it bounces twice so fast that it looks like an immediate explosion. I mean, Houndmaster, I mean, we're coming like straight off Houndmaster, dog. I mean, that shit is trash. I mean, like, look at the recent killers. Like, we're just assuming, you know, the FNAF collab is going to be massive, but we're kind of just, a lot of people are just assuming that it's gonna be a well-designed killer. I mean, what if it's just as bad as all the other ones that have recently come out that are as bad as they are? I mean, I feel like the community is a bit too optimistic when it comes to this collab, considering that this is it's gonna hit the player base for sure. It's gonna hit content creators for sure. It's gonna make a lot of people feel burnout. We're not getting anything new for quite a while. And even when these things do come to the game, it's not really gonna feel a whole lot different still. So, you know, considering that, if this FNAF collab, this upcoming collab, doesn't like actually turn out very well with a good map and a good killer, a good survivor and stuff like that, good perks and stuff, I feel like the future of DBD is really bleak. I mean, it's gonna be really bleak if this chapter flops. That's all I'll say. It'll be really, really bad. They're really banking on the fact that this collab is gonna be so good that all the people that kind of will take breaks from the game due to this dry spell are gonna come back and enjoy it and stick around again. It's really, I don't know. It's a bit assumptive, you know. It's a bit optimistic, but it's a gamble. But hey, it's a risk. It seems as if they're willing to take. So hey, I'm here for it. But yeah, overall, I do like these changes. I like the direction it's going. I like that it seems definitely, you know, they're listening to the player base. But considering like we didn't even get a new map for Chucky, we didn't get a new map for Houndmaster. I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm very uncertain about the future of DBD. And then you have to consider what happens after the FNAF collab. I mean, that is, in my opinion, aside from like Jason, that's like the last big collab we have like in the chamber, right? Like, is that not the last big one? I mean, what's bigger than FNAF after this? Like another Resident Evil collab? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like DBD will always have some sort of cult-like following and a player base to some extent, but I definitely can see it end up, you know, really dying off these next 4 to 5 years. Like, I don't know if DBD is really gonna be around and be, you know, as big as it is now in the future, right? Like, I think a game like this does have a lifespan, and let's be honest, Behavior is totally incompetent. I mean, like, they just are. And, you know, considering that, like, do I trust a company that seems so, I don't know, like out of touch with their own player base and totally incompetent and like almost like passionless, especially compared to some other games out there? Do I trust them with this future like I would trust other game studios I'm seeing in other games releasing and coming out? Like, do I trust them to the same degree? Not really, honestly. I mean, I don't really see the passion a lot of time, and for all we know, a lot of these changes come out and they flop. A lot of them come out and they're not executed well. They're executed poorly. I mean, this is a big gamble. Everything right now is a gamble. And the future of DBD, in my opinion, from where I'm standing, it doesn't look really bright. It really doesn't. I mean, it's just really hard to tell. Honestly, it's really hard to tell, but I can only speak from my own experience right now. I'm not really having a lot of fun playing the game, and if it does keep up this way, I'm gonna need to find something else to play. I need to find something else to do. I need to find a whole new direction to take my content, because I don't even play this game on my free time anymore. I'm just not having fun, like either on Survivor or Killer. I'm totally burnt out, and we haven't like had a big meta change in how long, right? It's just like a lot of it. It's just like it feels so repetitive. A lot of the time, it feels like you're not even playing against survivors, but you're playing against like a map or survivor perks from the Killer POV, and then I don't know. That's just how I feel. But we can all hope for the best, right? I mean, shit, just hope for the best. I hope the FNAF collab just is totally awesome. They just knock it out the park. I hope all these changes come to the game and they address all the issues that people have been having with the game. I hope they bring even more new stuff to the game to really focus on its longevity. And it's all we can really do is hope, right? So yeah, overall, the future of DBD to me is kind of uncertain at this point. I'm not saying it's gonna just like totally die and just like fall off the map or anything. A game like this will always, I feel, have like a cult following, but we'll just have to hope it can stay profitable enough to keep their servers up and running. And you know, you do need to consider that there's gonna come a point where the big collabs, they're gonna run out, and in original killer designs, they're gonna run out as well. I mean, like a lot of this stuff, like look at Dracula, it's kind of just like a mix of just a bunch of other killers we had. Even Houndmaster, it just feels like a combination of two other killers we already have, just rolled into one and done poorly. Anyways, I hope everything goes well overall. I just want to kind of just rant a little bit, talk about the state of the game, where I think things are going. Anyways, yep, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to upload more frequently. I'm gonna post more stream footage because I have so much fun streaming the game. And yeah, so I think my energy is just so much better on stream because my chat really motivates me. They really give me great energy, and it makes it just for more entertaining shit. May upload more Survivor content to just switch it up a little bit around here, you know. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all's days. Please share y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comments. I love reading y'all's stuff, and it really helps with engagement. You can feel free to check out my second channel if you want, at Quiet Chills. Stay healthy. Peace.